biblical writings and the material traces of history have been fascinating researchers and scholars since antiquity. Over the centuries, studies on the Bible as well as archaeological research made it possible to understand civilization and Christianity in the past. The city of Capernaum, for example, the place of Jesus' public ministry in Galilee, was discovered thanks to the excavations carried out by the Custody of the Holy Land between the 19th and 20th century. In Israel and Palestine, there are two of the most prestigious academic institutions in the world in regards to the Bible and archaeology. They are the Studium Biblicum Franciscanum of the Custody of the Holy Land and the École Biblique, the French Biblical and Archaeological School of Jerusalem founded by the Dominicans.
What we provide is not only teaching, we teach certainly Old Testament, New Testament, hermeneutic, archaeology, languages and so on, but we try to put the student in the context of the country. Students go every week on the field, to study in Jerusalem, in Palestine, and sometimes in the neighboring countries, for example, Jordania, Turkey in the past, Sinai, to study the Bible in its context.
École Biblique e lo studio biblico sono...
The École Biblique and the Studium Biblicum Franciscanum are two of the three institutions using a diploma in the Holy Scriptures as well as a license and doctorate in biblical studies. Our institutions prepare teachers in Holy Scriptures for seminars and also, we hope, good preachers of the Word in churches and parishes.
Predicatori della parola di Dio nelle chiese e nelle parrocchie.
The two institutions jointly inaugurated the academic year on November 8.
Abbiamo deciso da qualche anno di fare insieme l'apertura
A
dell'anno.
few years ago, we decided to join forces for the opening of the academic year because we realized that we work on the same themes and content. This also helps improve the quality of our work.
È necessario unire le forze. Questo è un aiuto anche per migliorare la qualità del nostro lavoro.
The professor of patristic exegesis of the Studium Biblicum Franciscanum, Father Maurizio Jerome, spoke about the example of St. Paul's life. St. Paul became one of the greatest popularizers of Christianity of the first century. It was also an opportunity to pay tribute to Professor Emeritus Father Marcello Buscemi, who is leaving the Studium Biblicum Franciscanum after 37 years of teaching the Bible.
Quello che diceva San Gerolamo è vero, chi non conosce le scritture.
What St. Jerome said is true. Ignorance of Scripture is ignorance of Christ, and if you do not know Christ, you are not a Christian. St. Jerome gives us a very important tip. Reading the sacred Scriptures day by day is a necessity for Christians in order to learn more about Jesus Christ and about the way He showed us. That is the way of faith, to really be able to access salvation and reach God through it.
Salvezza, e attraverso la salvezza avere il contatto con